The United Methodist Church has a long history of service to others. FUMC Plano's many ministries are adding to that history. One of the ministries here is called FUMC Plano PX. For those of you who aren't familiar with military terms, PX stands for Post Exchange. The Post Exchange, or Base Exchange, are retail stores where members of the U.S. Uniformed Services can shop for personal items and other goods. There are, however, many U.S. military units deployed to remote areas where a PX is not accessible. This situation prompted an idea for a member of our church. Doing something about it became important, and he felt like he needed to do something.
I'm Bill Downs. Carol, my wife, and I have been members of the church now for 45 years. We participate in numerous activities, and this is our home church. Almost exactly 12 years ago, probably in March of 2011, one of our members received an email from a friend of his in Iraq, a chaplain down there, and the gist of it was he said that he had troops in his unit that didn't have any family or other support here at home, and with the PXs closing down or being understocked, they couldn't even buy basic hygiene items like soap, shampoo, and that kind of stuff. And could we help? Well, I'd been involved a little bit with supporting troop activities before that, and so that memo filtered around through Gary Muller down to Alice Coder to me. And I didn't know what to do with it, but a couple of days later we had a meeting with the steering committee of our senior fellowship. So I threw out the idea and asked those guys, can we do something? Well, we put together a pot of about $300, went out and bought some supplies and stuff and mailed 6 boxes. Well, not thinking that's a once-in-a-lifetime event, I went back to Alice and said, maybe if you can find somebody to head this thing up, I'd be glad to help. You know, that didn't work, so I went to the missions committee and presented a kind of little business plan and told them what I thought we could do and how to do it. And in that plan, I pledged that we would not ask for money from the missions budget or the church budget. If we didn't have the funds or the supplies, we wouldn't mail. Well, the miracle is, as of just last week, we mailed our 1,664th box. These boxes to troops in Afghanistan, Iraq, Kosovo, our own members of the church, all over the world. So, plus covered the postage of about $26,000, all given by members of our church outside of the budget. So I think it's been a pretty successful venture.
As you heard in Bill's story, the people of FUMC Plano continue to step in, making this idea a reality. A ministry that is connecting God and grace to self and community, the community being a half a world away but still connected through the actions of FUMC Plano PX. An indication of the effect that the ministry is having can be seen through the many letters of thanks and other special mementos that the recipients have sent back to the church.
Yeah, I can talk about recipients because we get a lot of response from them. Two major ones that I'm very proud of are the 2 American flags that are on the wall by the kitchen. They were sent to us by combat units in Afghanistan and Iraq, and thanks for our participation and support. I also received numerous emails. I correspond almost daily now with the chaplains we deal with, and they're very thankful for what we do.
The impact of the ministry is felt here at home as well. Inspired members have given funds and time to assist in the packing and mailing of the packages. A beautiful quilt was made by a dear member of the church in honor of the ministry. This ministry continues to bless the military service members in far-off places, as well as the people here in Plano that are following in our Methodist tradition of service to others.
Over the last 12 years, we've had a lot of people involved. First, by donating funds for postage and that kind of thing, as well as supplies, because we filled 1,600 boxes of stuff that's been provided to us by our membership. The other help is in packing. Packing's fairly simple. We don't have a schedule or a calendar for that. We pack generally when we have supplies enough to mail 6, 10, 12 boxes. And that's a fairly simple thing. People interested in that, since we don't have a schedule, if someone's interested, I'd be glad to talk to them about it. Send me an email, wtdowns@verizon.net, and I can explain what we do. It's very simple. We keep an inventory Everything goes in a box because we have to fill out a customs form. But packing is simple, but we don't have a schedule for that. So the last thing is I'm getting down 12 years, and maybe someday I might have to go do something else. And I'd be really happy to talk to someone that they might be something that they want to take on.
FUMC Plano strives to encourage people to pursue a ministry that God may have put on their heart, either an existing ministry such as FUMC Plano PX or a new idea for a new community.
I want to be sure and thank all the members of our church and friends who have been supporters of this program for 12 years. Without everybody's support, we never could have done what we've done. Thank you.
If you would like to be involved in this ministry or any of the many ministries at FUMC Plano, please contact the church office, go to our website, or click on the link in the description.